All right, everyone. This is Tasha. Welcome to the call. It is 7 p.m. and we will go on and get started. Welcome to Forex Basics. We do this class every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And the screen that you're looking at, I want to do a quick overview of everything Tradera has to offer. And I'm really excited to go over the new Tradera website tonight. I know that's the talk of the town. I know there's still a lot of issues to be worked out. We're not going to dive into the back office. I'm still watching Megan's training on that, but we will kind of go over the new website and show you how to present that to anyone else who's building a team or sharing it. All right, but first things first, let's just talk about briefly everything that Tradera does have to offer, starting with the education, the back office education. It is complete. It is A to Z. It's very, very practical. It can literally teach you how to trade. And that's a big deal because 3 years ago when I started my Forex journey, I watched videos for 6 months. So I knew everything theoretically about trading. But guess what? When I opened my demo and live accounts, I did not have a strategy. I did not know how to trade. So I like to point out that you won't have that issue here with Tradera because the CEOs, Cody and Easton, they present the concepts and the theory, but then they dive right into the charts, and it's very, very practical. So don't be afraid to jump into that back office. The live sessions that we'll talk about next are great, but nothing is a substitute for watching those videos and kind of learning it on your own. So Tradera has one master trader, Derek Conway. I've adopted him as my mentor. You will find me and my team Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. logged into his live trading session. He marks up the charts, which is kind of like foundational. You need to be able to draw your support and resistance zones, which is taught in your back office. So Derek will mark up some charts, and what most people do is after he posts those charts, we use those and take a look at the live market and take our trades for the next day or so based on his markups. And we're making money every day. Now, there are additional live sessions. Coach Max and Ryan DeFreitas are on sometimes 7 a.m. or 7 or 8 a.m. daily. And they also do an Asian session at 9 p.m. Eastern. So it's a wonderful trading community. There's a lot going on. And then there are lots of Telegram groups, but one in particular is Tradera Pitmasters, and that's run by Clyde Fisher and Brenda Isern. Great traders, and I think Clyde does a daily 7 or 8 a.m. Class as well. So it's a wonderful trading community, lots of good stuff going on. Now, why are we doing this class? This class is for the beginners. A lot of times, if you're brand new to Forex, you're brand new to trading, this can seem like a foreign language, right? So we want to introduce you to some of the concepts that you'll see in the back office, some of the concepts that you're here, the live traders talk about in the classes. So it's kind of to get your feet wet. We don't want you to be overwhelmed and intimidated. So we're going to introduce a lot of concepts here, and looking at the blue circles or ovals on the left, we'll show you how to open up your demo account, how to download MT4. That is the application on your phone where you can actually take the trades. We'll show you how to take the Tradera trade alerts, what they mean, how to enter it in. And then since we've been here a couple of months now, we're talking about some introductory analysis that you can do on your own for your pairs that you want to trade. And also we can show you how to open a live account. Now, if you look into the chat, I will post my YouTube site. So all of these Forex Basics classes are recorded. and post it on my YouTube site. And then I like to do short 2 to 3 minute videos in case you didn't want to watch the whole thing. So let me make sure I'll post that again. And that YouTube video, YouTube site should have everything that we go over here. So feel free to go there, especially for our beginners. There are some introductory videos that every beginner, I think, will find useful. So when you go to the site, under playlist, there's a start here or getting started, and there are 4 videos there. We'll go over most of those here. And let me just tell you about the format of the class. So I'll spend the next 10 or so minutes going over something new and or important. We're actually going to take a look at the brand new Tradera site and show you how to navigate the new site. The URL is changed and everything. And then with every class, in case we have some first timers here or those who haven't set it up yet, we'll go over how to do your demo account, how to download MT4, and how to take the Tradera trade alerts. So that will be our format for today. By that time, it'll be about 7:30. We'll spend the last half hour in Q&A. So you can ask questions and I will do my best to answer. You may want to hold off on the back office questions. I'm still going through Megan's training and we'll try to jump into that probably more on Thursday. All right, so with that, I will share my screen and I want to go over the new Tradera website. I'm very impressed with it. Okay, let's give my screen a chance to catch up. Great. So the first thing I want you to note or take note is that the website URL has changed. It is no longer tradera.org. It is now Tradera, pardon me, tradera.associates. So this is our new website name. Okay, so once you go here, this will be great to get an overview of what's going on. So first we'll start with the company. That's like the main page. So financial services specializing in trading education. That's a description of what Tradera is. About us, meet our founders, Cody Sell and Easton Harris. So for those who don't know, these are some young 20-something guys out of Texas, and they started as traders. They are traders to the core, and this platform was built from a trader's perspective. Cody and Easton do all of the back office education. So they really know their stuff. Contact information is based out of Texas. All right, so next, this is what I really like because I don't think the old website did a very good job of giving an overview of the services. So if you hover over services, give my screen a chance to catch up. There you go. Under services, it says Trade Academy. So that's the back office. That's where you have all the education videos. Trade alerts. One feature of the company is that they will give you signals or trade alerts so that you can earn real money or in your demo account while you're learning. We're going to skip over trade economy and then trade sessions. Trade sessions, that points to Derek Conway's classes that he does Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. And there's also a recording of all past classes in case you can't make it live. So let's see what it says under Trade Academy. Give my screen a chance to catch up. Trade Academy. Tradera offers a trade academy designed to teach our clients how to analyze and trade the financial markets. Premier in-depth education platform is designed to be completely comprehensive, covering multiple asset classes and taking traders A to Z from trading basics all the way through advanced institutional trading. So our Trade Academy is organized into main sections: Forex, cryptocurrency, which I have not taken a look at. The meat and the potatoes is in the technical analysis. The Forex section is really just a collection of PDFs, maybe one or two videos, but it's really where you want to start. It's going to introduce what Forex is, what pairs do we trade, what is MetaTrader 4. It's just very, very high level clues about Forex. The meat and potatoes is here in this technical analysis. That's where Cody and Easton are breaking down everything related to trading and teaching you how to trade A to Z. All right. So we've highlighted company, we've highlighted services. Oh, so that was the Trade Academy. Let's see what it says about the trade alerts. All right. So asset, that's just a fancy word for saying which pair that you're trading. For example, GBP JPY, which we call GJ, or BTC USD, which is Bitcoin. That's a cryptocurrency pair. So we'll actually break down the trade alert in a few minutes when we get to that. But they're just talking about the take profit, the stop loss, the entry price, and just some information about the trade alerts in general. All right, now let's look at trade sessions. This is really good if you want to introduce Tradera to someone else, or just to get a good description of what Tradera is as a whole. Trade sessions. All right, live sessions accessible directly from the client back office. Now, for those who are already, those of us who are already in Tradera, we would log into our back office, and then when we go to trade sessions, we'll see a join link, and that's how you would get connected to Derek's class. This overview is not the back office. The back office is something that we have to actually sign into. So this, what we're looking at here, just replaced the regular Tradera.org site. Okay. So that describes all the services. Now, when you click on membership, they've done a much better job at describing the two options. So when you join Tradera, you can be a client, and or you can have an IBO. So as a client, all of those services that we went over, that's what you have access to. And it shows the price there, recurring subscription fee of $99. Now the IBO basically is how you take advantage of the commissions should you want to share Tradera and build a team. And that is an additional $15 a month. Okay, so I think they're pretty clear in breaking down the options for you to join. And then it's separated out, but now we'll talk about the referral program. Give my screen a chance to catch up. And this information, I'm sure all of you have seen before, but it's just good to know where everything is in case you want to share this with someone else. So here it's going to talk about the business opportunity. And then when you click on the compensation program, it's going to pull up a PDF that I think you've probably seen before. Here is the compensation plan overview. So make that a little bigger. And those of you who haven't seen it, this is just a description of all the different rankings and how much you're paid at each level. All right, so that is the Tradera new website. I think it's very professional. I think it's definitely an upgrade from what we had before. I know the transition has been a little rough, definitely not as smooth as we would like. So what I'll save for Thursday is this part here where you actually sign in to your back office. And that's going to be a little bit more tricky, a little bit more complex, but we'll dive into that on Thursday. Make sure everyone is muted. All right, so that covers the new material that I wanted to go over today. The main thing is know that the website name has changed. Tradera.associates is the new homepage. I know, a lot of that information may not have been presented that clear. So this is our new site. Companies, services, membership, and referral programs. It's very professional, and in the near future, I'll probably do a presentation and put that on my site for if you want to share the opportunity, or just have people, other traders, to join your team. All right, let's switch gears. And if you don't mind, I'd like to know how many people I'm speaking to. How many of you in the chat put in the number 7 if you have not opened your demo account? And yes, I'm looking at the chat now. Gianna, this is being recorded. In my YouTube, on my YouTube site, I will upload it probably by tomorrow. Okay, great. I see lots of 7s. Anyone else who needs to set up their demo account? All right, definitely enough to keep it going. So give me a second and I will share the first slide. How do you get to the back office? Rachel, this sign in button at the very top, that's where you will sign in with your Tradera username, and you'll need to probably reset your password is what I've been told. All right, so the first deck that I'd like to show you is setting up your demo account. This is where we start. Okay, so you will actually see this video on its own. It's about maybe 2 minutes on my YouTube page. So if you miss a step, don't worry, you can go to the site and look at it. But if you're brand new to trading, you definitely want to start in your demo account. And I know, everyone wants to make money right when you come in, but your demo account is very important. It's where you can practice taking the trades and understanding how to press the buttons, how to do buy, how to do sell, how to close out a trade, understanding all the components of it. You really want to do that in a fun environment that is no risk to you. So your demo account is all play money. It's all practice. And it's up to you how long you stay there. Okay? So setting up your demo account. Now, when it's time for your live account, you'll need to connect to a broker. And this is a list of brokers that some of the traders have put together. Tradera won't tell you which broker to use. They don't have a preference, but this is a list that the traders have come up with. For the purposes of this class, I'm going to be using Hugo's Way. That's one of my brokers. Most traders have 2 or 3. And I wanted to be able to show you lots of screenshots. So I chose Hugo's Way, and hopefully it'll be helpful for you. So here is the site, the URL, if you want to do a Hugo's Way demo. It's hugosway.com/demo-sign-up. Now, I would really strongly suggest that you use this URL. If you go to hugosway.com, it's kind of confusing, and most people end up creating a live account unintentionally. So use this site, and it's very straightforward. There are only a few fields that you have to fill out. First and last name, email address, make sure it's one you can open for your email address. For leverage, choose 500, which is actually good for your live account. And then for starting balance, you'll have a long list, but you want to choose the smallest one. When you're ready for your live account, you may open it with $100, $150. So choose the smallest one so that it's a little bit more realistic. Hit submit. Then Hugo's Way will send you a confirmation email. And this is what it will look like. You want to pay close attention to this demo account number and this trader password. You won't need the investor password. If you enter that password by mistake, you won't be able to trade. The trade buttons won't be active for you. That's really for read only. So demo account number, you'll need that, and your trader password. Now, the next step is to actually download MetaTrader 4, MT4 for short. This is the application that we use to actually take the trade. And to keep things simple, because if you're brand new to trading, we're throwing a lot of information at you. We found it a lot simpler if you just download MetaTrader 4 on your phone. So what you can do is check your email on your phone if you're able to, and then click the appropriate link based on your phone type, and you can download MT4 right there on your phone. Yes, you can open your email on your desktop computer and download MT4 there. That setup is just a little bit more complex, so we're going to keep things simple for now. And yes, Don Pedro, you can do MT4 right on your MT4 app, and we'll go over that as well. All right, so at this point, you have opened up your demo account and you have downloaded MT4. And so now we can connect the two. So 1 second, and I will share the next slide. All right, so now that we have created our demo account and downloaded MT4, let's connect the two together. So first I'll go through the steps with the iPhone, and then we'll go through the steps with the Android. So on your iPhone, when you open up MT4, click on the settings icon here in the bottom right, then click on New Account. Now, if you want to just bypass the broker altogether, you can click on this first option to open up a demo account, and this one is provided by MT4. So this demo account here is perfectly fine to practice taking your trades and learning the ins and outs to it. The only reason that I don't like this option is that it starts your account at $100,000. And so your lot size is going to be a lot bigger, and it's just not very realistic. So plus I wanted you to get practice in communicating with your broker, which you will have to do for your live account. So we're going to suggest the second option, log into your existing account. So we're going to connect it to that Hugo's Way demo that you just created. So we need to pick our server. So you won't have a list here. Just type in Hugo's Way, and brokers have one that they use for demo, one that they use for live. So you'll select Hugo's Way -demo 3. Then that will take you to the login page. So pull up that email that you had from Hugo's Way. For your login, enter this demo account number, and for your password, enter in that trader password. Okay, and then make sure that save password is on, and then you won't have to worry about entering that again, and click sign in. All right, so for the Android, when you open up MT4, you want to click on the 3 horizontal white lines in the upper left corner, then Manage Accounts, then the plus icon in the upper right. And so again, if you want to do the demo account from MT4, you can just click on that one. But to connect to your Hugo's Way, because you can have multiple demo accounts, you're not limited to just one, log into an existing account, type in Hugo's Way, select Demo 3, and then just like we did with the iPhone, type in that demo account number, that password, make sure your checkbox for safe password is checked, and sign in. All right. And Rachel, to answer your question, yeah, just Google for those other brokers. All right. So at this point, we have created a demo account. We've connected to MT4. Now let's take the actual trade alert that comes in from Tradera. So 1 second. Now, most of us are getting the trade alerts via Telegram. That's probably the most convenient place. So I'll need to see where the other option is to actually log into your back office and get the trade alerts there. Now that we have a new back office, I'll need to double check to see where those are located. All right, so taking the Tradera trade alert. Now on my YouTube site, there's another slide deck that I have called Understanding the Tradera Trade Alert. So you can look at that one for more detailed information, but for the sake of time, I'll just explain it as we go through the steps. So let's start with the iPhone. And let's say we're taking a trade alert for CAD JPY. So I open up MT4, I don't see that pair listed, no problem. Click on that plus icon in the upper right, the blue one. Then you're going to select FX crosses. Now, it may also say Forex. It may also say FX group. Indices, futures, stocks, metals, cryptos, none of those are beginner friendly, and I've never seen any of those used in the Tradera trade alerts. They're normally just Forex pairs. So click on FX crosses. The fourth one down is CAD JPY. So click on the green circle, press done. And when you do that, now CAD JPY is at the bottom of your list. So once you add it, it's always going to be there. So this isn't something that you'll have to do all the time once you've selected the pairs that typically comes through. So hold down CAD JPY 1 second, just hold it down and until this pop-up menu comes. So if you want to take a look at the chart, you can look at it there by clicking chart, but you'll want to go to trade, and this is the screen, the second one that you'll see. Now on the far right, here's an example of what the Tradera trade alert looks like. Tradera's trade team is placing a buy trade on CAD JPY with the following parameters. So for a buy trade, we're expecting price to go up, right? But what happens if the trade does not go in our favor and price begins to drop? Well, at some point, we want to protect our account, accept our loss, and exit the trade. That's what the stop loss is for. When price reaches the stop loss, accept the loss, and you will be taken out of the trade. So you always want to have a stop loss set when you take the trade to protect your account. Because what happens if you make a trade and then you get distracted, you're gone and you come back and you don't want to be disappointed when the trade didn't go your way and you weren't able to exit in time. So stop loss, that's very important. Now take profit. Tradera will give you a choice of 3 take profits. we call take profits TP for short. So TP1, TP2, TP3. So you have to choose one for your trade. So a lot of us like to, you'll hear the phrase pip and dip. We want to make the quick, fast money, minimum risk, and we're out the trade. If that's you, then you want to choose TP1. Now, if you want a bigger profit, you don't mind waiting a little bit longer, a little bit more risk, then you can choose take profit too. Make sure everyone is muted. And then for maximum profit, some may say more risk, you can choose take profit 3. That's normally 100 pips or more. So let's talk about how you enter these in. So stop loss, you literally just take your finger and you can edit that field for your stop loss, choose one, put it into take profit. Now, the number, the 0.10 that you see under market execution, that's called your lot size. That will not be on the trade alert itself. You have to set a lot size before each trade, and it depends on, it's related to how much money you have in your account. So the general rule is 0.01 for every $100 in your account. So for a live account, if you have $100 in there, you would take the trade at 0.01. If you have $200, 0.02, $500, 0.05. So for these demo accounts that have $1,000, you can use 0.10. So that's the lot size, stop loss, take profit. The only other thing you have to do is click on sell or buy. We are placing a buy trade. So when you hit buy, you are in the trade. Make sure your lot size is correct because you cannot change it. You can always come back and modify your stop loss or your take profit, but that lot size is locked in. All right, let's go over the same steps for the Android and then we'll jump right into Q&A. So if you open up your Droid and you don't see the pair, click on that plus icon in the upper right. In this case, it says FX group. We don't want crypto and we don't want indices. Once you click on FX group, select your pair, hold it down just like we did for the iPhone. Notice the pop-up menu doesn't say trade, it says new order. So the verbiage is a little different for the Android. Click on new order and here is the screen. Now the lot size, that looks the same as it did for the iPhone, but there's no label for stop loss and there's no label for take profit. So the black number on the left, that's where your stop loss goes. And then the black number on the right, that's where your take profit goes. Once you enter those in, all that's left is to click buy or sell, and you are in the trade. All right, well, let's jump into Q&A. So feel free to unmute yourself and ask your question. You can type it in the chat as well.
Hey, Tasha.
Hi there.
As usual, your class is amazing. This is Doreen.
Oh, hi, Doreen. Thank you.
Hi. Yeah, my pleasure. I jump on a bit late just now, but I just wanted to ask a question.
Uh-huh.
The trade alerts, I know they are sent in real time. If one comes in, say for example 7 a.m., does it mean it's no longer good about 8 a.m. or I have to use it at that exact time?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Doreen. I have a video on the site called Risk to Reward Ratio.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just take a minute or two to bring that up and go over it because it's super, super important. 1 second.
Thank you.
Yeah, here's what I recommend. So open up a free account on TradingView, and I have a video for that on my website as well. And bring up the chart for what the trade alert is calling for.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to share this video, share this slide. Okay, so pull it up in Trading View, right?
Trading view.
Trading View. And the question that you want to ask is, where is price now? Because when the trade first went out, what no one knows is how long it'll be before price begins to move, right? So
Yeah.
let's just go through this example. So let's say it was a CAD JPY trade. Let's say it came out 3 hours ago. You're just now getting it, and so you have the question, can I still take this trade, right? So I pull it
Right.
up in Trading View, and this red highlighted number is where the white number with the red background, that's indicating where price is now. So 76.74, that's the current price, right? Now, based on the
Okay.
trade alert, there's a stop loss given and there's a TP given. So first, let's calculate our reward. So if I go for take profit 1, I'm going to subtract the price at take profit 1 from my current price and get the number of pips that I would gain. So 76.72 minus 76.44, that's going to give me roughly 28 pips. So that's my reward if I set my TP at TP1, okay? And you can do that for TP2 and TP3 as well. Now, next we need to calculate the risk. Well, based on where price is now, how far is that from my stop loss? Well, that's going to also give me 20 pips, okay? So I'm going for TP1, that's about 28 pips away. My risk is 20 pips. So now that I know my risk and my reward, I have my ratio. You want to take a trade, and I'm going all around just to answer your question. You want to take a trade when you have at least a 1-to-1 ratio. So based on where current price is, if my reward is 28 pips and my risk is 20 pips, it's okay for me to take that trade because it's roughly a 1-to-1. Now, what happens if price is already at TP1? Well, now I don't have a good risk to reward ratio because my stop loss may be 50 pips and my reward may be 2 pips. That's not a good trade to take because I don't have a good risk to reward ratio. So no matter if it's been 1 hour since the trade alert came out or 5 hours, if you calculate your risk to reward ratio, that can answer the question, is it still valid for me to take this trade?
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. This is very helpful.
Oh, you're
Well,
welcome. Glad to
but
hear.
on the other hand, if you want to just it's best to just go on and take the trade when you first get it, right? Within
Absolutely.
30 minutes. Okay.
Absolutely. That's the the recommendation. We're starting to go over some chart formations and some candlestick patterns. So when you take the next step, which is doing your analysis, you may be able to, wait a bit if you feel like the entry may be better. But for our brand new beginners, take the trade alert as soon as you get it.
Okay, Tasha,
Yes.
could you remind us where you said that the current price is located?
Sure.
Where on the screen?
So in Trading View, you can, let me move this arrow. So you can tell that this is where current price is. That's the most recent candle. And
Yes.
so here to the right, that is, let me move that back over. That will be where Trading View lists the current price. It's going to highlight.
Okay, the one in red is the current price.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So the one in blue is which one?
I'm sorry.
Normally I see one in red, one in blue. The blue
Yeah,
one is which
yeah, that
indicator?
that may have been something else that I had marked on my own chart.
No, I mean when I take the actual trade, I see that on the view.
Oh, oh,
Price
oh,
in red
oh.
and a price in blue.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let me explain that. I get that question a lot too. One second. So let me go back to taking the trade. So looking at this first picture here, you see two columns. And if you're on the iPhone, click on the advanced, and then that will show you the spread. So every time you take a trade, and this is why I suggest going through Hugo's Way or some other broker, because it trains your eye on things that you'll have to deal with your live account. When you partner, when you're trading live, you're partnering with the broker. We can't take a trade without them. However, the broker will charge you a certain amount of pips depending on which pair you choose. And so before you get into profit, you have to pay the broker their number of pips, and that's called the spread. So looking at, let me zoom in here. Looking at AUD NZD, you can see that the spread, and just look at the first digit. The second one is the pipette. You can ignore it. The spread here is 7. I can also tell that the spread is 7 because the difference between 20 and 27 is 7 pips. So if I'm being conservative and I'm taking a buy trade and I'm going for 20 pips, if I'm trading AUD NZD, I really have to go for 27 pips because the first 7 pips are not my profit. I have to pay the broker first. So
Okay.
to answer your question, I prefer you to go to TradingView because you'll get one price. It's a little tricky in terms of the price that you enter in is going to depend on that broker spread. So wherever price is, it's going to put you below or above it so that the broker can get paid first. So just to keep it simple, you may want to pick it up, just pull it up in TradingView so you can get an idea of where current price is, and that'll just keep it a little bit simpler for you.
Okay. Sorry, Tasha, but where do you find the trading view on an Android?
Well, I would recommend that you use it on your computer. You can download the app, and I have it on my phone. It's a little small, but it's there. It's viewable. But in terms of like real chart analysis, you probably want to have it on your laptop or desktop. But yeah, you can absolutely download the app. I do use it as well. I even have team members that mark up charts on their phone using TradingView. And TradingView and it's free. So you would go to tradingview.com. And for the person asking me in the chat, I should have a video on how to get started from A to Z for your TradingView, your free account. And I see a question in the chat. What time frame do we enter the trade alerts? Yeah. So, the market is always open, right? There's New York session that starts about 8 a.m. Eastern that runs till 5. And then there's, the Asian session that starts around 7 p.m. and goes till about 2 a.m. And then there's the London session that goes about 2 a.m., up until New York. So no matter where you are in the world, there's a trading session for you that's available, right? So when the trade alert comes out, no matter where you are in the world, everyone can take that trade at the same time. So it's not so much a time frame. Now, in terms of TradingView, I like to look at the 15-minute time frame in terms of the 15-minute chart, if I'm answering your question.
I have a question.
Hey, thank you.
No problem.
Okay,
Yes,
so with the trade, well, I have a couple of questions. With the
sure.
trading view, you have a different, because I went to, I think is I forget who class it was, but I went to the trading view class,
Hmm.
and for some reason I have a IG demo. Is that just for trading view? Have a demo to it, or is that for just? And I'm super new, so I'm learning this stuff. But
Yeah, yeah,
if that makes sense.
it does. So it if things were just simple, then you could take the trade from TradingView. But we only use TradingView to chart, and then you have to go to MT4 to actually take the trade. So I tend to, most of us are keeping it separate. There are a
Okay.
few brokers that will allow you to take the trade on TradingView, but I just don't. None of my mentors have ever recommended that, so I don't know much about those one or two that allow you to do that.
So with us new being new learning, then it's
Hmm.
best for us to just stick with the what you're teaching us rather than going to the trading view.
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna have more support that way.
Okay.
That's what most of us are doing. Yeah.
Okay. And my other question is,
Hmm.
and then I don't know if this is a dumb question, but do they just send the
No.
alerts through the week or because I get alerts that come to my phone. I haven't started yet because I'm trying to, I went through the playbook and downloaded a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but I get the alerts
Hmm.
but I haven't started yet. So do they not come on the weekends or?
No, it's going to be Sunday through Friday when the market is open. The only
Okay.
thing that you can trade on the weekend is cryptocurrency, which, those aren't beginner friendly. So, yeah, Sunday, the market opens about 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern, and then it
Okay.
closes Friday at 5 Eastern,
Okay.
round about maybe a little earlier.
Okay.
And
I
so the
just
trade
wanted,
alerts are going to come kind of randomly. There's really no pattern. You can get 3
yeah,
on one day, 1 on another.
I also signed up because this was in the book for the, free forex.co.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
it was first one of them I'm paying $10 for. So what
Hmm.
is it? Is that the same thing or?
Yeah, they're both run by David Luciaga, who was I think he was the first legend, and then
Mm-hmm.
Dominique, and then Megan. Yeah, so freeforex.co is really good if you're building a team or if you're prospecting, because your prospects can get those free signals 2 or 3 a week. And then
Okay.
the premium, the one that you pay $10 for, it's going just to add more alerts to that. So yeah,
Oh, so
I get those.
that's a good thing then, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. So what's the difference between your class and Savvy
Yeah,
training?
yeah. I haven't been to her class, so I don't know.
Okay. All right.
She's
Okay.
wonderful though. That much I
Yeah.
do know. Yeah.
Okay.
And everyone teaches different, so just try it out and whatever works for you. We're
Okay.
all here to help. Hey Mia, um, everyone look at what Mia said. Practice putting those alerts in your demo account just to get used to placing trades. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get. Absolutely. I know sometimes people are in a rush to go live, but we had someone on the class, bless her heart, and she used the wrong lot size and had a huge loss. So
Oh.
yeah, make sure you just enjoy, demo trading. This is a journey, so enjoy every step. There's definitely value in appreciating your demo account.
Can you have more than one demo and should you
Yeah.
use all of them?
Yeah, you can have more than one, especially if you do the one that MetaTrader 4 sets up for you. After that
Mm-hmm.
money runs out, you may just have to do another one. Or if you can have
Oh,
more
okay.
than
The
one with
money.
Hugo's way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can have
Okay.
multiple.
Hey Tasha, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
I'm out here in South Africa,
Oh,
and it's like
wonderful.
2 a.m. my time.
Oh my gosh.
But you know
Wow.
what? We gotta land. You gotta land. You gotta land. So you're
Yeah.
speaking to Adele. So I just wanted to double check, especially with like if you look at your spreads there on the first phone,
Mm-hmm.
it says when it says like 1350. How do you
Mm-hmm.
calculate that as to how many spreads it is? How do you calculate that?
Yeah, it's really 13.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
Forex has so many, the English language and all of its little intricacies. It's the same way with Forex. USD Mexican is what is known as an exotic pair. So it's a little fancy, it's a little different. So look at the price. So the 37.22
Mm-hmm.
and then actually no, it's 135. Yeah. The difference between
Mm-hmm.
372 and 385 is probably 135.
Oh, I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
Yeah.
So
So
it's basically
that's the
13 then.
correlation. Yes. The
So that
difference
means
in that.
so that would mean that the GPB
Mm-hmm.
and the Australian dollar will be 10.
Yes. And then
That's the third pair.
let me move that arrow out of the way. And you can see the difference between 97.80 and 97.90. Yes.
Oh, I get it.
You
Okay, I
got
get
it.
it. I get it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Welcome.
another thing before we go. So
Uh-huh.
let's say you want to put in a trade, right?
Uh-huh.
What are the main key things that you look for before you even put in a trade? What are the key things that one should look out for before they
Yeah.
put in a trade?
Yeah. So definitely the risk to reward ratio. Know
Okay.
how much you want to risk, know what your reward is. And just when you pull up TradingView, the first thing you want to say is, am I in a buy trend? Am I in an uptrend if I'm going for a buy? Am I in
Mm-hmm.
a downtrend if the trade alert calls for a sell? Now, there are some trade alerts that are predicting a reversal. So price could be going down, yet the trade
Mm-hmm.
alert says buy. What would I do? I would wait until I need to see that uptrend form before I get into the trade. I don't want to just take that reversal on pure faith, but that's just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been out here putting it in there like as soon as the trade gets on, and I'm like, all right, let's see how far you go with the rising and falling. So that's actually a very good insight, what you just told me now. That if
Yeah.
it's on
Yeah.
buy, you'd rather wait for the graph to go up
A little
and
bit.
then put in a trade. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Okay.
yeah, Adele, there's a video that we did last Thursday, chart formations, and we learned about the M. And
Okay.
I think I have time. Yeah, let me pull that one up. Now,
What is it called?
chart formation M. I'm going to pull it up. Now, I don't want
Okay.
to scare my newbies because, if it's your first week or two, when you get that trade alert, you just put it in and, check. You've done your job, okay? Now,
Okay, that's not for the copy and paste then, what she's talking about. Okay.
yeah, copy and paste to your heart's content. However,
Okay.
we've been doing this class going on about 3 months now. So some of us are ready to take that next step, and we're introducing some analysis that you can do. Okay. So, but, I want to be clear. Go ahead and copy and paste. The analysis is extra. It's for those who are ready for that next step. And let
Awesome.
me, yeah.
I wanted to ask another question about that, but
Sure. Go ahead. While I'm
well,
pulling this
I wanted you to actually just explain the screen. It's the MetaTrader screen. There's the highs, there's lows, there's different numbers on all of that. Just wanted to understand what that actually means. How do you? Yeah. But The screen that
Yeah,
you were on. Yeah.
yeah. Let me explain this first, and then I will address that. So let's say that this trade, this is NZD USD, and this actually happened last week. This was a trade that Mia is my sponsor, my upline. This is a trade that we trade together all day, every day. And this is a trade that we took together. It came in through free Forex, and it was a sell. So when I pulled up the chart, the only part that was here was so where the arrow is, the red line, that huge drop, none of that was there. So I literally just saw what was in the circle. I recognize that as an M pattern, and typically with an M pattern, you will have a big drop afterwards. So that was a confirmation that the sell trade was probably a good idea. So
I get it.
yeah. And so later that afternoon, this is what happened. It dropped, So knowing some chart formations can actually help you.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Wow.
so, yeah, so there's a lot to learn, but I don't want you guys to be, afraid and intimidated. Just go ahead and put that trade alert in. And when you're ready for some chart analysis, we're not going to overwhelm you, just give you some extra tips and tricks for those who want some additional confirmations. So
basically, Tasha, with this kind of a chart, did you basically start this trade from beginning, or you literally came in at the M formation?
Yeah, when I pulled it up, the M was already there glaring at me.
So what happens then if you come in earlier prior to the M?
I would wait, because the best time to take a sell is at the neck. So if price was, here, and I would wait to make sure that M formed, and then at that neck, I would jump in that sell and ride it out.
Okay.
Yeah. But again,
so with this kind of a trade, how much would you start up with that kind of a trade, just for argument's sake?
Say your question again.
So with this kind of a trade that you come in just after the formation of the M, how much can somebody get into this trade with $10? Or it needs to be more than that?
Well, the general rule is 0.01 is the smallest that you can use. And so,
which is 100.
If you have a $50 account, you would still use 0.01. But on MT4, going back to the other lady's questions, there's a free margin. And so if you start an account with $10, you can probably take one trade and you won't be able to do anything else until that trade closes. Either hit stop loss, you close it manually, or it hits TP. I would say have at least $50 to $100 in there so that you can possibly have two trades at once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you'll just have a little bit more breathing room if you have, at least $100 in there.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we're hitting on 8 o'clock, but I definitely want to address the ladies.
Hello, can I quickly ask a question? Good morning.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Tasha.
You're welcome. Yes, what's your question?
Okay, I'm a beginner. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Hi there.
So, yeah. So I saw all what you posted from my phone, but I tried opening a demo account just now, and I downloaded the app on my PC, and it's actually different from what I'm seeing on the phone, and I'm actually lost here.
Yeah, I bet you are. And it's why I haven't covered it yet. Because when you first start, there's so much information. And to be perfectly honest with you, it's just easier to trade on your phone. We actually probably need to have 2 or 3 classes on setting MT4 up on your computer. I've put it off.
Okay.
I've really put it off because I just don't want to lose everyone on the call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If, especially for practicing in your demo account and taking those trade alerts, you're going to love trading on your phone. But, if you're in this for the long haul, you want to learn all the ins and outs of trading, then yeah, put it on your computer. I don't trade on my computer at all. I did when I first learned, but I use TradingView on my computer, but I totally trade on my phone. So if you want to keep things simple for now, just trade on MT4 on your phone, and at some point we'll have those classes and show you how to get it set up on your computer. But yeah, it's way more complex.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And so the website for Free Forex, I think it's just freeforex.co. freeforex.co. And so we are at time. I'm going to hop over to Derek's live call, but for the person that asked about what all these numbers are, the low and the high is explaining what the spread is. And the spread is what you have to pay the broker to trade that pair. So for AUD and ZD, if I'm going for 20 pips, then the first 7 pips are paying my spread. I'm not in profit. I'm going to stay red until price moves 7 pips. Then after the broker has been paid, now I'll be blue and the rest is my profit. Okay. Yeah, I do these classes every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. This recording I will put on the YouTube channel, and let me paste that YouTube channel again. If you go to the Getting Started playlist, there are 4 videos that will help you set up your demo start to finish. Setting up your demo account, connecting MT4 to your demo account, understanding the trade alert, and taking the trade alert. Those 4 videos should answer all of your questions. So I'll go in the chat.
Tasha?
Uh-huh.
How are you? Thanks very much for the informative information.
You're welcome.
Tell me, if I have $1,000 in my account and I only want to trade $100, how do I do that?
For $1,000 account, you are allowed to, or it's recommended that you do like a 0.1 lot size. So every time price moves a pip, you'll earn $1. Now you don't have to use 0.1. You can have $1,000 in there and still do a 0.01 trade. So your lot size is up to you.
Okay.
It's totally up to you.
So the lot size has to do with the amount I want to commit to the trade?
It dictates how much you will get paid every time price moves a pip. If I make 10 pips, if I earn 10 pips on my buy trade and I'm at 0.1, then I earn $10. If price moved 10 pips for my trade and I traded at 0.01, I earn $1, 10 cents a pip. So the lot size determines how much you make for every pip.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, thanks.
Okay, and so there is a question about
wait a minute. I think I had a question about what he just said. In regards to that, how can you isolate? I think that's what he was getting at. Isolate the $9,900 from the $100 that you want to trade with. I think that's the question.
Yeah,
you could do that.
Yeah, you could just use a 0.01 lot size.
Okay, but that doesn't tie up the other $900. I remember you were saying earlier about you have to wait until you close before you can trade again on certain transactions.
Okay, I posted the link. Yeah, I posted the link in the chat. That is only when you have a small amount. if you don't have enough free margin. Yeah. If you have $1,000, you have a huge free margin. You can do probably 10 trades. And so every time that you take a trade, just notice how your free margin goes down. All right. So Derek's link is posted there in the chat. I'm going to get this recorded and post it to YouTube. So those who are joining us on Derek's call, I'll see you over there. And if not, if you want to come back, we'll be here on Thursday. So good night, everyone.